Hi, so I decided to make another video because I just thought, like, I think we're easing out of lockdown and I think a lot of us are ready to like get back to feeling ourselves again, and gyms are opening really soon, which is making me really excited. I thought I'd give you guys some nice, easy, stress-free tips for someone who probably wants to get back into it but doesn't want to over-stress nutrition or doesn't want to over-stress themselves with having to do everything at once. So this is just a few tips to help you lose weight that don't really take too much thinking about. Number one is increasing your protein intake. So protein is actually really important for growth and repair of muscle and even just like bones, like connective tissue. But furthermore onto that, protein, once broken down into amino acids, can help drive down hormones that make you feel hungry and help drive up ones that make you feel full. So if you're having an adequate protein intake, there'd be less cravings for foods that might satisfy you right now but won't satisfy you 2 hours from now. So having a decent amount of protein intake will keep you full and will keep you full for a long time. So for most people, if you want to hit enough protein in your diet, so you just got to make sure that you're including protein in each one of your 3 meals just to hit your baseline. Just make sure your breakfast, lunch and dinner has protein in it, and then if you even want to have a little bit extra, make sure one of the snacks that you have in the day also has protein in it. I would go into this, but then again this video ended up being really long, so I think I'll just leave that one there. So number 2 is energy expenditure. So if you do 10,000 steps in a day, that can burn a meal off. Like that's in between, depending on body weight, body size, that's in between 200 to 400 calories just from walking. And I know a lot of us will be like, oh, but I don't have time to walk once I get back to work, but it is literally parking your car a little bit further from work, so you can do 500 steps to your office and 500 steps back, that's 1,000. Take your dog on a 20-minute walk, that's 2,500. Walk your kids to school, the list goes on. But just keep it in mind that it is one of the easiest ways to kind of burn calories, because walking is something that you do anyway, but just making sure you're doing that little bit extra will actually help. So my next tip is making sure that you're well hydrated. And water drives most of the chemical processes inside our body, so if you don't have enough water, this can slow down chemical processes in your body, one of which includes digestion. If you aren't adequately digesting the food you eat and you aren't like utilizing the nutrients from them, then your body won't get enough of what it needs from that food, therefore you've got to eat more. Making sure you're well hydrated will help your body utilize the food that you do have. Secondly, your body can confuse thirst for hunger. So if you're not hydrated, you might be thinking, am I hungry? And you might reach for food when really it is that you're thirsty. So making sure that you have a glass of water with each meal, or making sure that you're drinking properly before each meal, can help your body distinguish better whether you're actually hungry or thirsty, and can help you stop when you're actually full and not let you carry on when otherwise you wouldn't had you been hydrated. Number 4 that you don't really have to think about and can help really reduce the amount of calories you're consuming is think about your cooking methods. If you're someone that tends to cook with a lot of butter and fat, you might even be like, oh, I just used a little bit of oil. But for every gram of oil that you use in cooking, you're adding 9 calories, and usually a tablespoon is about 15 mil. That's 135 calories extra just for 1 tablespoon. And if you think, if you were to cut out 1 tablespoon of cooking oil on every single meal in the day, that over 400 calories that you'll be saving. Again, that's a whole meal. So understanding your cooking method, so opt for baking, you could use either half or maybe cooking spray, and you drastically reduce the amount of calories that you're consuming. So my final tip is increase your vegetable intake. Vegetables are the easiest way of keeping you full without adding too many calories to your meals. So you can either increase how many you're eating, that way you can stop eating sooner. But if you're someone that clears their plate, replace some of the carbohydrates you'd normally eat with some veg, and then have the majority of your plate taken up by vegetables, and you will be able to feel just as full as you would have done, but you'll be consuming significantly less calories. Vegetables also contain like a whole bunch of fiber, so if you're eating more fibre along with more protein and along with being more hydrated, then that's a surefire way to feel way more satiated. If you were to implement all these 5 things, I feel pretty easy. This will make a really good start to getting your health back, or maybe even starting your fitness journey in ways that aren't too stressful, you don't really have to think about, and are pretty easy to implement. I will make a disclaimer and say that I do think there are more efficient ways to kind of drop fat, but these are ways that anyone can do. Thank you very much for watching. I'm kind of transitioning into making more videos, and hopefully ones that will be helpful. If you did like this video, maybe share it, comment, start a conversation down below. What are your tips for losing weight? What have you found works, what you find doesn't work? If we can just keep sharing, then we can help someone. So again, thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely day.